Hello again. It's Ken Rethmeyer, Leading for Value podcast. And it's been interesting over the past few days. I've talked to some people both here in the United States and exchanged some comments with some of my European colleagues. And what I'm learning is that most, or not most, but some of the people who are pulling these open are listening to them rather than watching. And that caught my attention because I didn't want it to be a situation where I was trying to close people out from being able to be part of the process. And, if my sister were here, she would tell you I was a slow learner in the family. But that's her opinion. In any event, started doing some thinking. So I'm going to try a couple of approaches and see whether or not those might work. So this is going to be an addendum to episode 1. And what I'm going to do when I file this and then publish it is add a handout that is actually the PowerPoint presentation that goes with the episode. And then I'm going to do everything I can to try to figure out a way to communicate with everybody that what I'm talking about in the podcast is on a PowerPoint presentation. If you're not watching, you may not know that. And that's not what I want. I want you guys to be able to see and hear about this process of leadership. And, the more that I'm looking and communicating with a lot of my colleagues, we're in a very interesting situation. In fact, there were some recent articles, and I'm going to try to find a way to get those out to you guys as well. And it talks about how the post-pandemic environment in businesses and companies have caused some rather significant challenges. You've seen the transition now, trying to get people back into the office. That opens up great opportunities for team leaders and organization CEOs to be able to work with their organizations and their teams to rebuild that momentum that they had when they were working eye to eye, if you will. And that's a great thing to do. Unfortunately, it doesn't always happen. And so what I want to try to do is emphasize that on the podcast that I'm creating, and also giving you all some tools that you can put to use right away. And I guarantee you they work. I've used them in every industry, in every organization, basically, that I've worked with, teaching, consulting, and just lending a hand to try to help out. And they work. So I'm going to close this off in just a few minutes. There's no sharing of the screen. And what I will do when I publish it is I will go online to episode 1, the original, add the PowerPoint because I have it in a PDF form now. And on this addendum, if you will, it'll say addendum to episode 1 with the handout of the PowerPoint. And let's see if that works. And I'd like to get some feedback from folks. So please leave comments. Did it work? Did it help? What can I do better? This is all of a learning process, and I'm a novice, despite my sister's comments. And for me, it's my way of giving back to you all, to the people that I know and some people I don't know. I'm at that stage of life where this is what I need to do. And the other thing I'm thinking about doing is actually adding an addendum too that has my expanded bio that people could download, and you get a better sense of who this old guy is and what we're trying to accomplish. So once again, thank you for participating. If you're listening, great. Go out to the website, kar.podbean.com. I'm going to put it on the background the next time. And what you will see is an addendum, like I said, with a handout, and also with the original with a handout that is the PowerPoint presentation that goes with the episode. And I'd like to get a lot of feedback on whether that you can see it. Does it help? You can download it. And the PowerPoint's in the PDF form. which is what their preferred uh, type is. So thanks again. Leaders, it's all about you. You have a great opportunity. I'm envious. I wish I could go back and do some things again. And yet, I feel like I had a great deal of success. And I want to tell you just a quick, small story. When I was on active duty in the Navy, towards the end of my Navy in the medical department career, I was distinguished and offered an opportunity to go out, and I did serve on a selection board across the Navy, going out to select those people that were going to be offered an opportunity to go to Harvard and get their master's degrees. And I have to tell you, when I looked at those fitness reports over the years and everything that people had been doing, it was so impressive. It reignited in my own mind that we've got to do everything we can to help people. And then again, in some of the work that I've done, especially in Europe, with Starcon International, with the old Wachovia, and some of the other organizations I've seen, it has been my pleasure. And, it's something that I've gained a lot from. And that's why I wrote the book and these podcasts. And so I'm trying to give back to what I think is the right thing to do. I hope you agree. Thank you. And we'll see you again. Believe me. Bye now.